my dear Cancer. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between December 1st and December 15, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So I used the Modern Spellcasters Tarot by Melanie Marquise, and it's illustrated by Scott Murphy, and I will start shuffling your cards. So when I open the deck here, I see 4 of Cups and 2 of Wands, so it seems like you are in a mood of contemplating and trying to find out whatever is going to be your next move. And it seems like you are using your superpower, like the feelings, to really tune into them and to find out what you really want. So it seems like you have a little bit of guards up. You are not going to accept whatever comes along here. It needs to be something that is accordingly what kind of your spirits has told you, and what you self feel is the right thing that will make you happy. So I think you will sort a lot during the coming month what you really want to have in your life or not, because the 2 of Wands is it's like holding in your horses a little bit, and maybe steering also a little bit to where you want to go. So it's decisions, but it's also sometimes a little bit of silent treatment. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Cancer viewers. So I want my dear Cancer to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. I'm sorry, it's new cards and they are a little bit like sticky on the edges, so sometimes they won't really go together. So we have seen a lot of emotional cards with you, and also the 5 of Swords. I think there's some deep love connection between people, but it has been torn by quarrels or by someone trying to win over the other person. So I want my dear Cancer to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. A little fire here also. So, my dear Cancer, I also want to take the chance to tell you that Venus is moving from Scorpio to Sagittarius December 2nd. Mars is moving from Libra to Scorpio December 9. Mercury is on the cusp Sagittarius Capricorn in the start of the month and stations December 3rd. And it starts to move retrograde back into Sagittarius until it stations again the 23rd of December. Jupiter is moving direct in Scorpio, Saturn is in the late degrees of Sagittarius and are moving direct. Pluto is moving direct in Capricorn, and Uranus is moving retrograde in Aries. So the biggest news is the Mercury retrograde, of course. But also we have the Sun went into Sagittarius the 22nd of November and will move into Capricorn the 22nd of December. 8 of Swords. We also see the Queen of Swords here. What did I say? Sun. Capricorn. Okay, so I think that you are dealing maybe with people that are a little bit of power junkies, and they might want to control you in some way, and what you need to do is to use your own intellect to take you out of this prison. So power people, I say that because we have Sagittarius and Capricorn. Sagittarius is the Knight of Wands that you saw, and Capricorn is the devil, but also the King of Coins. So it's like people that is in their own way powerful. So also we will have the super full moon in Gemini December 3rd. New moon will be on the cusp Sagittarius and Capricorn December 18. So a lot is going to happen just in the cusp Sagittarius Capricorn, and it seems like you really need to be in tune with who you are, kind of the Sagittarius mode. When you go into Capricorn, Capricorn are kind of a little bit enslaved because they are trying to be so good that they forgot who they are. They just try to fit in with others and do what you are supposed to. And Knight of Wands isn't like that at all. A Knight of Wands wants to do their own thing. So what we saw is like you finding out your own thing, but without being either rebel or the authority that you are doing revolution towards. You are more trying to find your inner divinity in all of this. So midwinter solstice will happen December 21st, 1628 UTC time. The midwinter solstice is the real reason to why we celebrate Christmas. In Sweden it's called Jul, which means wheel, the wheel of the year. So it's kind of New Year's, okay, the wheel, the midwinter solstice. The spring equinox is Easter. The midsummer solstice is also lively celebrated in Sweden with midsummer pole, a very ancient tradition to fertilize the lands. And then we celebrate Halloween, or in Sweden the Night of All Saints, to replace the fall equinox, the time of dying. The fall equinox actually takes place in September. It is all a part of a very, very ancient calendar, and this is what I want to point out to you, which also include astrological signs. So a turn with the wheel to all the astrological signs is called a great year. The length of one cycle of this is, of the 12 ages, is 25,860 years. So we stay approximately 2,155 years in every sign. We went into the age of Pisces, 68 BC, and we will go into the age of Aquarius, 2087 AD. It is the stars in the background of the spring equinox that determines in what age we are in. So you see, when we have a calendar, an astrological calendar like this, that spans over like almost 26,000 years, that says something about like the heights of human civilization, where it has been before. I'm just wants to share this with you. Okay, so I'll just tune in for a few seconds to your reading, Cancer. Okay, so my dear Cancer, this is your future. And this is your now here, and this is the past. So the past is October, November 2017. We have the Page of Cups here. So Page of Cups might mean like a new beginning or in something, or someone just recently opened their heart or recently understood something when it comes to heart matter. You might also have been approached by someone giving you their heart, or you have approached someone with giving them your heart. It's like a love message, but it's very young love. So sometimes when people are young like this, or young within expressing of emotions, they are stupid as well. So it means that they will come out all blunt. They really wants to ask for your love, but they might do something stupid instead just to get your attention. That's what I felt there. Overindulging in drinking is what I saw. Okay, and this is in the now, and here we have the Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles is kind of this earth energy that wants to be like, be dutiful, do their part, do their fair share. It's very loyal energy, but it's also about the Queen of Pentacles is very close to the Empress, so it's an energy of wanting to, it's like unconditional love. You see the green also here. It's unconditional love being given. And queens are like this. They have a lot of resources that they can give away or not. So sometimes when it's like this, it's a person that doesn't want to give away, or when it's badly situated. Here underneath you had the Knight of Swords. So this is usually like a person coming for your resources. So this was maybe why I felt this Page of Cups being a little bit smug, because if someone this person doesn't have any resources. It's masculine energy, so it kind of charged towards what it wants. And it wants land, it wants riches, it wants women. Nature is already giving this, or already having this. Like a sword can't get baby swords, but this squirrel can have baby squirrels. Okay, so you understand the difference. So here someone comes and want your thing, want your goods, wants your love. But the question is, will they give anything? I don't think so, with the immaturity that we saw in the previous card. Okay, and here is your future Cancer, and here we have the Knight of Pentacles. So here is kind of the the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Coins being like unified in one. So it's like this Knight that came, like the Page of Cups, have learned something, step one. Okay, you might need to approach something that you want with a little delicacy. But the Knight of Pentacles have another problem, that they sometimes move too slow. So it might be that a person knows how to approach you if they approach you like a conqueror. They don't know how to approach you if they are supposed to give something. So it's like still this little bit immature energy. Like they have the seed, but what to do with it? They don't know anything about agriculture just yet. Okay, so I'm thinking there's a relationship problem. It might be with the, like for some of you it might be even your mother can have this energy, like being not knowing how to really share her love with you. It can be someone else in your family. It can be your partner, male or female. It can be someone at work that maybe appreciates your work but doesn't know how to show it. Maybe they just steal your effort and say that it was their gain or their idea. So you see, it's a little bit like someone doesn't really know how to act when it comes to matters of the heart or matters of value. Like if you have something valuable, they might want to steal it from you, and you won't let them steal this. So they have to figure out with many different ways, like use their little squirrel brain to figure out how they will get close to you, so they can get part of your qualities. Either you're a male or a female, it doesn't matter, but we have both those sides to us. Either we charge forward towards something we want, or we already have it and we nurture it. Okay, so my dear Cancer, this is your past then. So take the first card here, and it comes the Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups is a yucky card about feeling almost nauseated. Okay, it's like when you are together with someone and you just can't get them to express what they feel towards you. It's like, well, I don't know. So I feel the frustration here. Cancer, you have been having the Seven of Coins, like the whole last summer. I remember I read the Seven of Coins. So maybe this is the Seven of Cups instead. That's a change. Okay, but it's still like this, oh, I feel stuck, and it's like I'm falling into the same swamp over and over again. I try new different things, new agendas, new way of doing things, and every time I end up back in a situation. So Seven of Cups is solutions. It's about sometimes you just need to accept whatever is. Okay, this is what always happens. Every time I'm in a love relationship, it ends up with me feeling like I'm not loved. Or every time I perform at work, it's I feel like no one is appreciated it. Or every time I come with a new idea with my family, they seem to disregard it. It doesn't matter in what situation you are, you feel disappointed, and you need to feel on this feeling. The Seven of Coins is also, it's a lot of things being represented here. So therefore, what I'm feeling here is like someone being really slow, like the turtle, like this kind of energy. So they can't take responsibility for what they feel. And that might be you, or it might be another person that can't take responsibility responsibility, because they can't, if they say I love you, and maybe then you need to spend the rest of their life with this person, and that is like the rule. And that will make a person go bananas, or become like, I don't know, because they don't want whatever is tagged along with this, like here Venus, love, Jupiter, luck and change, Saturn, strict teacher, Sun, glory and being like famous. Here we have I think it's Mercury, but it has strange horns. Maybe I'm mistaking it for, maybe it's Pluto, but okay, so either death or communication. And here we have Mars, the warrior energy, and the moon. We have it twice, so the moon is creating a lot of confusion. This is like the moon card, but in minor arcana form. And we have the triangle going into a square, so it's like a soul in a male body. So it's maybe when the male, your male side of you is trying to approach their emotions. It's like a wall there, I don't know, because you need to go through your feminine side to be able to know your emotions. And for guys in our culture, they are not supposed to have emotions. Like when a girl falls down and hurt her knee, everyone runs there and say, oh, can I fix this? Can I wash this? Put on a band-aid. And when a guy falls, a little guy, maybe 3 years old, he falls, and his parents say to him, well, get up, it's nothing to cry for, don't be a little girl. So when a guy is going to approach his emotion, of course he's going to feel like this, like, I don't know, I don't have a clue, because I'm not allowed to go through my feminine side to find my emotions. So it's a big block there. And it's no figure. So what we need to do is to accept whatever is with us. If we are sad, we are allowed to cry. If we are angry, we are allowed to at least say that we are angry and maybe give someone the eye. So we need to let ourselves be a little bit more free from our culture if we are going to accept our soul instead. Our culture is human rules. Our soul is divine rules. So divine rules is above human rules. So if human rules says you are not supposed to cry, divine rule says you can cry. Okay. So if you are dealing with a stubborn person that's not able to say to you that they love you or not, it's probably because they can't come in contact with their feminine side. But it's indicated that there's like an opening. Oh yes, that's that story too. Okay. Because they are opening their heart here, but the beginners with this, with love, you can see the beautiful dolphins there. They try. But when they open this door to feelings, they also open the door to all the times when they fall and scrape their knee and they were not supposed to cry. So you can imagine what's behind that door. Door number A. Here comes the tsunami of all my pain. So it's no wonder that this guy, or like this masculine side of you, turns to drinking and try to, you know, avoid whatever comes here, like a tsunami. Because first they need to deal with all the pain that was neglected. Like every time their warning signal, their nervous system told them, you are hurt, and they say, I don't care, I'm a man. Or even girls do like this. Well, I'm tough. I don't care. Okay, so all those warning signals that I didn't listen to are here just to be seen. Like it's like a big pile of hurting swords. Like it's not just this, it's like a big pile, and when you open the door it will come like a tsunami wave. And so of course many people think like, oh God, I will never feel my feelings again. I know it hurts. So that is what I'm saying to you. Stay with the pain, because it's just like listening to ancient warnings about things, how you have gotten hurt that you didn't listen to. They are still standing there waiting for those messages is still waiting to be delivered. Very loyal. They are standing there behind the door, or lying or crawling or whatever you do. So what you need to do is to sit down like this and just feel the pain of it all until you have done the job. And you don't have to do it like, you can do it a few seconds to start with, so you don't have to turn to drinking. And then do something else, watch a funny movie or call a friend. And then 5 seconds, and then you, again, when it feels too much, you do something to avoid. And then the more you stay, the more tolerant you will be. Like put out the red carpet to your pain. And eventually this pile will be will be gone, and you will be able to commit in love instead, to have to deal with your scraped knee from when you were 3 years old. Okay, so, oh, and here we have a Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is like a person having a lot of instincts from their soul, like 10 instincts from their soul that wants to be communicated, but they can't, because they are trying to be good. They are trying to be like Capricorns, carry the load, have the heavy burden, trying to be like good citizens, working hard, and not minding what the soul wants. Okay, and here it's like the soul wants to say this and this and that and that and that and that and that, and you are not doing that because it's against the rules, the human rules of the culture which you are born in. So you're saying nothing, and it's starting to build up like a volcano, like a lot of pressure. No one is helping you here either. It's like you're all alone in the world. So no one is coming and picking up and say, oh, I see here, it seems like you are very angry with something. What is that? And here, look at here, you are sad. You're very disappointed with this. So no one is helping you. They don't see that you are carrying this burden. You don't see anything either. So you're just tagging along, trying to do something. Usually this ends up in the Tower, but I hope not. We see the raven here in the background. Like the raven is saying that this is not going to work out specifically long. Someone is going to fall on their face. It's what I said to Aquarius that also had this card. I think a lot of the signs had this card. Also Leo, I reckon. So, okay, not knowing your feelings, and it's no wonder, because you deny, oppress every feeling or instinct that come from your soul. Your soul might say, I love him. And you say, I can't feel that feeling because I have shut the door to my feelings. And I can't express it because that might like harm my ego as well. Maybe that person says no. Oh, so it's a lot of things here. It's all survival skills actually that's in place here. All projections as well. You assume that a certain thing will happen if you say something because it happens when you were a child maybe. But you are a grown-up now. You can take whatever another grown-up is throwing towards you. And here is what wants to come through, like the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is pure water, as is the Page of Cups. So someone really wants to express their love, or their love wants to be expressed anyway, and the person doesn't want to express it. Okay, so this is like a person loving with all their hearts, but they are not knowing. They either don't know it, or they are not going to tell you, or both. So, and this can be you, it can be a Cancer acting like this, but because imagine like a Cancer person that has water is their superpower, emotions are their superpower, so wherever they go they will feel a lot of emotions from people everywhere, and accordingly to this culture you're not supposed to feel emotions, you're just supposed to be a working machine. So imagine being Cancer in those circumstances. You will bottle up a lot of things, and to open the door will be a hell on earth. But it's no way past this. You need to go through the pain. There's no way around. To gain your superpower again, you need to feel your feelings. So a lot of you, I have seen complaining about narcissistic Cancer masculine persons, but imagine what they have been going through with having to suppress their whole self to fit in to society, and maybe you can understand a little bit more why they are like this. For me, Cancer people are very gorgeous. The ones that I know. My daughter, my first boyfriend, that was my best friend for all of my life until he passed away. So, and here we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is what came when I shuffled the cards, and it was the first card that came up for you, and you know what I said about that. So it's just this situation where you really need to kind of sit with these emotions and just feel them. Just let it roll out the red carpet and just let it be whatever it is. So it might be that you are offered also a love from someone, and maybe you need to figure out if you should take that offer, since it comes very juvenile. It's pure water, so very good intentions, but someone is trying to hide those good intentions. So if you're a Cancer that's awake with a beating heart, you will probably feel that this person is coming like inauthentically, and therefore you need to be by yourself a little bit and meditate on this. Are you going to accept or not this offer? And here we have the Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands is like the soul. You know what it said. It has different like ideas that it wants to create in the world. So it's being born one idea here, and it's like a message coming through, or someone wants to start a new chapter. It's like a new beautiful energy, the first ray of sunlight that comes through the mist here. So it might be that when you actually meditate on those horrible emotions, you will finally find out what it is that your soul truly wants. And that is all what we can hope. And we saw also the Two of Wands when I shuffled. So the Two of Wands is like not knowing, while Ace of Wands and Three of Wands is like going for it. But it's a little bit different between the cards. The Ace of Wands is very strong energy. It's like the sun in a magnifying glass. The sun's rays in a magnifying glass. So it can start a fire. So it can sometimes be also that you become very angry, okay? If you feel that a person is acting stupid, you might become angry and you might tell them. But anyway, it's like with the power of your soul. So it doesn't matter if it's anger, love, creativity, whatever it comes through here, it's from your soul. So you don't have to taint that or change it in any way. So here is in the now, and yes, we had the Queen of Pentacles, and you have the Star card. The Star card, I think that was what Aquarius had underneath here, okay, or it was the first card like in this position exactly where you have it. So some of you might be dealing with an Aquarius because the Star card is about Aquarius. And we see here it's like the divine. It's talking through emotions. It's talking to you through emotions. It's how you have connection with the whole vast sea that is your soul, and it's how the divine is keeping in contact with you. So for everyone that have lost their communication through their feminine side with their emotion, they have also lost communication with the divine and their divine helpers and all this. But this is another part of the story, because we see this like an open-hearted Cancer will go straight to the source and like be a very intuitive person, knowing what other people feel like with the gut feeling of yourself. You will feel like, oh, that person feels like this, or you can feel in your heart that it's a light-heartedness or whatever when you are with a person. But here you see this is ending up on the flower. So this is actually like a person not having a straight connection with the source, but actually taking a little bit of a detour, but doing a lot of good in that detour. So not all of us are so hasty to go back to the ocean, to go back to the divine. Maybe we are supposed to be teachers or fertilize some new situation. So sometimes the worst like people in your life are the greatest teachers. Like the one that's really lost in the fog might be the one that makes you waking up. So you shouldn't always judge people by what they actually do. It might be that they have a purpose for this. I can see this in my own life, like the worst boyfriends I have had, they have really helped me to find myself. So that has been something that I'm really grateful for. So the Star card in this position means that there will come some kind of clarity anyway. I believe so. It's like hope. Okay, hope that there will come clarity. The next card for you is Justice. So Justice is is also a divine card from the Major Arcana. So it's talking about divine interference in your life. And it's talking about balance, that there needs to be balance to certain things. You can't really just go on carrying this load or not telling people like how much you love them, or they can't go on not telling how much they love you, because it's going to have consequences, like fatal consequences for the karmic thing, like karmic load in their lives. So it's justice. It's karma wants to be solved here. Like if this person would speak up what they really had on their mind, they would actually become, they would actually solve an ancient karma. So it's that big. Okay, so you are guided by the stars to be able to collect some kind of karma, or you are supposed to pay back on a karma. Anyway, it's going to be balanced out. Something is going to be balanced out. So it can be like this also, that one person has like carry all the load for the relationship or the situation, and now it needs to be justice. So you need to put down the load and ask like for help, like others to help you, or it's not going to be any work done because you are not going to do it. So it can be like this as well. Okay, and the next card here, really central, is the Four of Swords. So Four of Swords is also connected to air sign, like it's the star card. And it's like contemplating. It's much like this Four of Cups. So it might be that some of you are dealing with air signs, because this is typical air sign behavior to not really know their emotions, because they are so so reliant on their logic. And here is a person that needs to like balance their heart and their logic, and it might take some time, like what I showed you with the water ending up here on the flowers, that there need to be some kind of evolution, and evolution takes a little bit of time. So I think there will be no approach like it will not happen so much in the outwardly situation, but a lot is going on, like on the inside of people, or in the fifth dimension. Like a lot of things is going on. It's cooking. It wants to come forward, and it's a very strong energy, like Alpha and Omega, Ace of Wands and Ten of Wands. Sorry, yes. And we have this twice this water energy, and it's those two, like twice this water energy. And so it's like the divine is cooking you together with someone that might be very resistant to being in a relationship with you. Either you're a Cancer or you're a cross watcher. So this might be it. Okay. Next card is Eight of Wands. So you see the resemblance between the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. It's just a little bit more mature. It has come forward with something, and the the raven from the chariot that has kind of crashed there in the road is actually coming with messages from the stars. So if something really goes like sideways, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Okay, it might be exactly what the doctor is ordered for this situation to have a solution. Because here with the Eight of Wands, after meditating, like a person will come forward and express something like their truth straight from their soul. So it looks very promising. We'll see what will happen. Some, you know, it's your plan, like this Eight of Wands, and then it's God's plan, like falling into that swamp again. Sometimes it's like that. Okay. Well, we are good on our way to fall into a swamp anyway. So here we have the Fool. The Fool is a marvelous, beautiful energy, like a new beginning. So it kind of says that your beautiful naivety that Cancer have, is no one who's taken it away from you. It's your treasure. Okay, it's your soul's expression. It comes here like twice. This is your soul's expression, to be naive and trusting and just believe in love, and you know, trust love, even if the swords that's hidden underneath its wing might hurt you. So even if you will fall like on your face here, you just trust the divine, and you trust your own love, you trust your own instincts, and this is the capacity, or the personal trait, you can say, with a person that is very quickly to grow spiritually, because they are not afraid. This is a very courageous energy. And we can see the snake is reaching for the backpack. So snake reaching for the backpack, it's kind of like it's talking about your old karma, that there's something there, but the Fool doesn't know about this, and he doesn't have to know about this. It will come in his road eventually, and he will solve it when it comes. You don't have to worry. It's about not worrying so much of what's in your luggage, but more being like, it's very much hope here, like hope for the future. So it seems like the divine is trying to get up your hopes, Cancer, that things will work out fine for the one that trusts in the divine and are courageous enough to show vulnerability, to show like trust in love again and again and again and again, even if you're proven otherwise. It doesn't mean to go into the big mouth of like a crocodile or something if you know you're going to get bitten. It's not like that. Like if you have this you have resources that Allah wants from you, you don't just give it away, okay? So it's not like that. It's just that you trust in love when it comes, but if it comes tainted, you just say no. But you still, like, if it comes again later on in a better version, you say yes, okay? So you just need to be a little bit like grounded. With the Four of Swords, it's like calming down a little bit, staying in your center. Figuring things out, not just jumping into things, and then you jump into things when you have decided. Okay, so it looks very courageous. Someone is going to do something courageous, maybe something that's out of character for them as well. So it doesn't have to be the Cancer being naive and trusting. It can be this person that finally got their heart and like, so okay, I'm going to try to use it as well. But you know, like the plan. So just because you open your heart and show it to people, it doesn't mean that they will like just bow before you and say, oh, finally. Maybe they will be suspicious because it was years on end where you didn't show your heart. Okay. So next card here in the future, we have a Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is usually Aries. It can be Leo or Sagittarius energy as well. So with a lot of fire here and here, it might be like a fire person coming in to your life, or it might be a person that it's a queen again. So it might be a person that's full of resources, like have something to give finally. Maybe they come with a decision. Maybe they finally have something to say. Maybe they finally know what they want, because the Queen of Wands knows. Okay, she has her thing together. Aries people, for example, very blunt, saying things like straightforward like it is. So this person knows. They will be able, they will not use courtesy like, well, I don't know. They will say, I don't love you, or I love you. So very clear. So it seems like this situation might be solved by people being very clear. And it seems like with divine guidance, this can be the case. That people needs to be very clear. And like even if you say to someone that you love them, and even if they don't love you back, it doesn't matter. You know, you look at her, she's strong enough to take it. She will just say, okay, you have your free will and I have mine. And I will love you as long as I do. But eventually I will forget about you, so don't wait too long with coming back. That can be the thing. You see, Ace of Cups, Justice, Queen of Wands. So someone is loving. It's like one person maybe. And the other person needs to also show their love. So it's balanced. And here we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is Libra. And it comes underneath Justice, that's Libra. So it's talking very much about, like, there's human justice, but there's a divine justice as well. And here, divine justice and human justice is going to have to be the same if this situation is going to be solved. It's like someone that has kept silent. Queen of Swords, she usually is like very judgmental, but she's not like the Queen of Wands that she tells things bluntly right out. So the combination here might be like a person that's judgmental and actually tells it. Okay. So that's what you need. If you're going to be foolish and naive, and like hop on any like chance that's given to you, you also need to have those queens in order. So you protect your resources, you see. Because if you don't have these Amazonas warrior queens, and you just be like this, like whoever can come and take your resources and fool you, like love you and leave you, or steal your ideas or whatever it is, make you feel like a fool. But when you have this, when you have the Fool together with this ladies, You will be like, take every chance that's given to you. But if you don't like the taste of it, you will spit it out as soon as it comes in your mouth. Okay, so if you, you fell in love with the girl just by seeing her walking down the street, and then you start talking to her and you start spending time with her, and eventually you see that she's playing evil. Okay, and then you just spit her out, and you don't try like years and years on end to change her. You just spit her out, and if she wants like still you, she has to do the work to be like a more nice person, to be accepted by you. So, okay. We had the Knight of Pentacles here, so it's slow. It's like those fours, Four of Cups, Four of Swords. Take things a little bit slow. Don't invest, like don't throw your love away. The Knight of Pentacles, he has a coin here, but it's like a seed, and he can use it to put it to ground or store it for later. So it's like, don't fall in love with any person that comes along. Don't take whatever work comes along, or throw yourself in whatever comes along. Say yes, I'm interested, but don't say yes forever. It's like, yes, I will try it out. So you don't invest your seed, you don't plant it there, and then you're stuck there because you love that person. You try them out a little bit first. You feel the taste of them. If they are not like what you want, then you take your seed and you plan to plant it elsewhere in more fertile ground. Because the Queen of Pentacles is much like, she just throws the seed like everywhere. She doesn't care if they end up in the rock or whatever, because she's unconditional with her love. And that's why she needs these other queens to keep her from giving everything away. Okay. And here we have, the Page of Pentacles. So it's kind of the Knight of Pentacles, but younger. So it's kind of the seed. It's like a person here with the Ace of Cups and Four of Swords. It's like a person learning about love. We also have the Page of Cups. So it's someone being very new, or several people being very new at something. Maybe you have learned from your partner, and your partner have learned from you, and now you have those new skills, and you both need to try them out. So it can be, I see all the signs here, so I can't say that it's particular, but it's a lot of earth, of course, that has been showing up, and also a lot of fire and a lot of air and a lot of water as well. So what can I say? The Page of Pentacles is like your natural self, the one that you were born to be, and it's an energy that's very loyal, so it can easily be tainted. Like if you were born in a certain way, but your family is the opposite, they will train you to become like them, and you will forget who you are. And here you kind of need to, you know, meditate on the fact, who am I? Like, you see, they have the little candle in their boot. Like, what do I want to go? Who am I? So it's like this. It's like a person trying to learn about this, and they are trying to connect with their heart to find out, who am I? So it's like someone being very new at something, while another person is like so lottered and so like have been in wars for many years here. So I feel a little bit sorry for the Page of Pentacles, but it's good anyway, because you need to have the child, the witch, and the warrior. The child is the antenna, like the first spring, like the Fool here, with a message from the divine. The Queens is the one that interprets that signal. Okay, I want to find my natural self, so we will work on that. And the masculine energy, which I don't see here, is the warrior. You can see it in the divine masculine, like represented by these wolves. It's the one that when you are ready and the queens give their signal, they do what they are told to. Like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I'm searching for. So these wolves will start to flirt with the kind of girl or the kind of guy that is what the child says, that this is what I'm attracted to. And the queen says, well, that must be what we are looking for then. And the masculines like look at the traits from different people and see, okay, that's the one. So that is how it's supposed to work. But you know what I told you about the God's plan and your plan. And here we have God's plan, and it can't come like Seven of Cups twice, so it comes Seven of Swords instead. And it's from some stupid person. I'm saying stupid person here because they have the Ten of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. It's like a person, they are going to hold on to their old power. They don't want to do the work. So I'm thinking that this person begins as a beginner, but then they decide, wait, the work is too hard. And they are not brave enough like this fool. They don't want to get hurt. So they shy away. So I'm thinking that you are dealing with a person that's very flickety. Like they want to be with you, but they don't love you. They say that they love you, but they don't show it. So all those things I told you with people using your resources, but not giving you anything in return. It's like they just steal from you. And they can steal whatever they want as long as you are these queens. Because then it means that you won't be affected. It's like, yes, bye-bye. Have a nice day. Because you are the fool, so you can take new chances when they come. If some chance, this is like a chance, the seed, doesn't prove to be the one that you want, and they act like all selfish and not taking responsibility, well, then it was a no then. Okay, that was not the person that you wanted. So sometimes it's a numbers game. If I see if I can see some other interpretation as well. We have two air here, and we have one air here. Aquarius, Libra, and a fire. So it might be that some person is involved with like more than one other person. If it's a love situation, that it's not like the best thing, because even if it's like from an anthropologist's view, anyway, it might be good to have a polygamous relationship, but from a biological, like from your emotional point of view, it will create a lot of like jealousy and a lot of like one person having a lot of ladies and the other person, the ladies, being all alone when that person isn't there. Or it doesn't have to be ladies, but it just shows a lot of ladies, so that's why I gave that example. And here we have a Page of Wands. So whatever is, it's like the energy is not being wasted here. You see, it's pure fire. We had the same with the cup. So it might be that many of you are involved with a fire sign, and it seems like even if they give up, they won't give up. Even if it seems like they give up, they won't give up. And even if you encounter people that's not what you won't give up with your search. You will still have the same fire intact for the future here, and you are happy. So I think it's like you have mastered something, like you have mastered your own self-respect here, and that whatever another person does, if they are immature or stupid, it doesn't, like, you don't take it personally. It's about them. They didn't have the skills. They weren't skilled enough. Sometimes with the Seven of Swords, it's like a person, like he was about to go to a military boot camp, but in the night he felt like, nah, I won't make this. I will make a fool of myself. So he make a fool of himself and he disappear into the night. So he did it before he was even able to fail. It's like a person not being, like, they can't take failing, because if they fail they will die, but the only thing that will actually die is their ego. So that's why I'm saying you still have your energy left here. So even if someone do something stupid, it's not about you, it's not personal, and you will go on without them, like with or without them. Okay, so I will take a card for you, Cancer, to see what's going on here in December for you. Okay, it's that. So, a girl sitting all alone out in the ocean, a lot of bubbles and a book. Okay, so I'm thinking this is, we see the wind is taking in these swords here. So it's like you're waiting for the right opportunity. And when the right opportunity comes, you will take the chance. And if the right opportunity shows to not be a right opportunity, you will go back to this state again. And you will hibernate. and you will save your energy. The energy won't get lost. You will still have it. So it's like you have a very great capacity for love. It's just that the people that you are meeting might not have this great capacity. Or if you are cross-watcher, it might be the other way around. And of course, if you are watching this and are a person that has shied away with your heart and not taking the chances that's given to you, that's also for you to understand that you need to take chances to be alive, okay? And the chances of a lifetime is limited, so we need to grasp the things that's coming to us. We need to take the gifts that's given to us. Of course, we can sort, but if we just sit on our behind and wait, we will wait in vain, and we will become old and dried out old prunes, okay? Without any love in our lives. So don't let that happen to you, because try to be more courageous. Okay, skilled craftsman. Okay, so it shows this, what I felt like you Cancer have become more skilled. It's like you have mastered something. So by all this repetition with the 7 of coins that you have had, that I told you about, and then the 7 of cups and the 7 of swords, all the 7s are challenges. When we are being put through a lot of challenges, that's when we grow. And we learn things, and it's like you have become this skilled craftsman now, and this is a person like you can see pure water, fire, this Sagittarius, so it's like it's lifting off here. It's something with or without them, you are going to find happiness, Cancer, with or without them. Or the person that's courageous and have an open heart is going to find love with or without their partner that's not being able to do this. They are too juvenile in some way. Okay. Before any new skill is accomplished, there is a time of learning when knowledge is shared and discovered. The apprentice, this is an apprentice. Actually the role model for an apprentice, the Page of Pentacles. That works hard in honing and perfecting all facets of its trade will be in harmony with the vibration of the success of the skilled craftsman. Don't be too hasty to be an expert, because the journey will forever offer new knowledge and learning for you. Okay, so with the 7 of Swords, it's like a person giving up too soon. I will never learn this. I will never get it. I will never get a partner that's like what I want. So they give up premature, and they go out alone into the desert or into the cold landscape, and they die there alone somewhere. Okay, so don't do that. You can't succeed at once. You need to try a lot of times. So just preserve your energy and support yourself. You don't have to be like super skilled the first time you tried a certain thing, or even the 10th time. Give yourself time to learn. 7 of Swords is about learning, but this person wants to avoid the learning situation. And Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the Fool is like new beginnings. Also messages that also comes here, messages of love. So I think it's for many of you that feels very grown up here, you need to give the other energy in your life, like the other person's situation or the situation, like a little time to evolve. But I'm not very positive on their evolution with the 7 of Swords. And if that's the case, preserve your energy to another day. Okay. I hope this helped. I want you to take really good care. And if you ever need my service, yes, okay, if you ever need my service, you can contact me at my email in the Queen of Cups Tarot at outlook.com, that you will find my email also in the description box. In other case, you will have the next reading for Cancer will come in the beginning of December, for the mid-month of December. Okay, so take the best of care. Bye-bye.